when you got into that transfer portal, like, how'd that go out for you? Like,
oh my Lord,
like,
bro.
when did you decide? Like, you was like, all right, I'm gonna hit the transfer portal, and like, right after that, I know school was hitting you up, going crazy. I was like, I seen it right away. But like, did you have a idea of what you wanted and where you wanted to go, or you just was like, because I know you're from Tuscaloosa and stuff. So, yeah.
So like, it's funny because when I entered it, like I entered it just like, hey man, I'd go anywhere. But as time went on, I started having schools that I'm a relationship guy. I don't really care about the basketball. The basketball is important, but I gotta feel comfortable with you. But so really my top three, like before I even got to Port, I was thinking about here, Baylor, and Creighton. I always respected Coach McDermott, but when Alabama first hit me up, it was Preston. But you know how Preston low, his voice so low, like he don't really sound like he care much. So I'm like, you might stun this dude. Like he act like he barely want me. And then at first, I ain't talked to Oates either yet. So I'm like, it's 3 or 4 days past. I ain't talked to the head coach. And usually it was all head coaches calling me.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to cross Alabama off my list. And my dad was like, yeah, man, we ain't talked to Oates yet. Like, what's going on? And then hear Oates in the background. Oh, no. So I'm right here, Mr. Youngblood, blah, blah. And you know how Oates is, man. Yeah. He just started crashing out. But then, and then it was up from there.
That's what's up.
Yeah, as someone who was born in Tuscaloosa, what does it mean to play here with the script down on your chest?
I mean, I ain't been back in so long, so it doesn't hit the same. But like as I'm here longer, like it's like dang, like I'm riding around. I used to be driving sometimes and just reminiscing. I'm like, man, this is crazy, bro. Like, I'm really from here, like. And I don't even soak it in like I should because you know I'm so focused, on the goal at hand. But it is crazy though.
How long did you live here for?
I think like half and half. So I'm 22 right now. So like 11 years here, 11 years Georgia.
How was it like growing up here? Like, what was it like out here? Like the little bit that you knew.
As since I was a little kid, like it seemed like California when I was here, but like now that I lived in bigger cities, it's like, man, this city is small, bro.
Bro, small, bro.
I'm driving everything 5, 10, 15 minutes away, even with traffic.
Yeah, with traffic.
It's not barely even traffic here unless you're on campus, but it's cool though, man. It's convenient too, but especially coming from Atlanta and Tampa, like it's pretty cool to come here. Like it's less going on. It's calm. It's chilling.
So I know, like, your season started and stuff like that. And, like, you didn't start off playing, and you had an injury that, like, caused you to have to wait out a little bit. And then now also, just a couple games ago, 7 threes, 23.
That's crazy.
And a big road win, help us win and stuff like that. So, like, one, I want you to take us through the process of, like, how it was getting over that ankle injury, because most of the time, nobody will be able to do that and then still play the level you playing in. And then on top of that, some of your highlights from this season so far that you didn't play in.
Yeah, because it's funny because Clark kind of helped me under our athletic trainer. He was kind of helped me understand, like, the surgery I had. He said 99% of people would just go ahead and cut the season off. Like, we'll start off next year. Mm-hmm. Then he had told our David, our rehab guy, like, nah, this dude can come back. So once he told me 12 weeks, I'm like, 12 weeks and I'll be back to normal. Yeah. But it really wasn't necessarily the case. It was 12 weeks, then you'll be able to start running, jumping, and hooping again. Mm-hmm. So, like, I had to kind of get over that part where it's going to be a process even after the 12-week mark. And after that, it was just, just learning my body again because it's not the same body. It's not the same. So that's pretty tough. But just, taking it day by day, just learning. And, just letting everything take care of itself, because one thing I learned throughout this whole process, like, your body's going to heal yourself. Like, as long as you take care of it and, do what you got to do, like, the body is meant to heal itself.
Right.
So, man, you can do as much as rehab, all these expensive equipment. Like, if you do what you do, eat what you got to eat, take care of what you got to take care of, like, your body. There's no specific timeline to when you're going to heal. It's just, hey, man, it's your time. Like, everybody's going to heal different.
That's facts.
Yeah. So really just, just trusting the man upstairs and, like, yeah, that's really all it is, trusting the man upstairs and just healing. I'm still not 100%. I feel good, but it's some days I walk out, I get out of bed, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I got it today.
I remember, we can laugh at it now, but when we were in preseason, like practice, like we got to be at the facility at like 5:30 in the morning, like early. We got to get there early, especially like the older guys. We have to get like all that injury treatment and whatnot. So CY's like, bro, can you give me a ride? This one morning, he's like, can you give me a ride? I'm like, yeah. Like, we gonna leave at like 5:30 or whatever. And so I end up, we live right next to each other, like literally right next to each other. Yeah. So I drive and I pull around. I'm like, you need any help with anything? He's like, no, man, I'm good. So anyways, his door ends up being unlocked and I'm going in there and this man's hopping on one leg, like jumping all around, turn the lights on and off. He's trying to come outside, get on his scooter, get his boot on. It's like, damn, man, I forgot this. And I just remember that, bro. What was that like mentally? Like, how tough was that mentally?
I ain't gonna lie. That 3 months that I was on a scooter, bro, like, just the whole process. The scooter, like, don't even get me started on the scooter. Shirley, no. Like, bro. And, like, that's when I realized how independent I am. Because you really think about what I'm doing, I'm like, bro, I have no business trying to do this by myself. Like, it's probably TMI, but, like, in the shower, I had this stool in the back of the shower. I got a pretty big shower. I had this stool where I couldn't get my foot wet, so I used to stand up on one leg, but like my hurt leg is on the stool in the back. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, what am I doing, bro? Like, just everything, and I'm just thinking about everything I was doing, like with the scooter, cause I couldn't walk. Like, I should have hired somebody like a nurse or something, cause like, bro, I'm too independent. It's kind of like a gift and a curse, but. Like you said, man, like I'm hopping around. Like, you my brother. Like, you could have easily just turned some lights off. That's crazy though.
Because I was like, man, what? Like, because it's so early in the morning, you don't realize. Like, I forgot you was hurt. I'm like, what's taking him so long? And he was just hopping around, bro. I was like, man, that must suck.
Literally, bro. I got so used to hopping around, like it was just normal. Like even my neighbor, I had a female neighbor. I got a couple of them. And they'll see me outside in the front, like checking my mail or taking the trash out. I was on the scooter rolling the trash can to the front of my house. And they was like, do you need any help? I was like, no, I'm good. But like, just thinking about it, I could have got seriously injured, like re-injured doing that.
Nah, that's a dangerous game to play. I don't wish that on nobody.
It was just small stuff like I got OCD, but like when I was hurt, I had to kind of turn it down a notch. But like even cleaning. I couldn't mop my floors for like 2 months, bro. I was so mad. Like every time I walked in my crib, bro, I could not mop or like I started sweeping towards the end. Like if y'all saw the way I was sweeping on the scooter, bro,
he was dragging it around one arm steering, one arm sweep.
Oh my God, bro. It was so humbling, but you know, it changed me for sure. Like it just put a different perspective on everything. More grateful for all this stuff.
Yeah, and like, nah, for sure, like, that's definitely a different perspective of looking at like whole life in general. But I mean, how do you look at the perspective of our team in the aspect of you being a fifth-year guy and being a leader on this team, like coming from a different school and like right off the bat being a leader, and like, was that always you? Like, did you always want to be a vocal guy? Did you always want to be a leader in whatever you wanted to do? Especially on the basketball court and like just a locker room guy?
Yeah, so when I first got to college, like freshman, sophomore year, like my coach used to like Amir, like rest in peace, but he used to always be like, yeah, CY, like you're meant to be a leader. And I was like, what you mean? But I was always a lead by example guy because I didn't have enough wisdom or knowledge to like tell anybody anything. I haven't played enough college basketball, been through enough, but I was always a lead by example guy. But as I got older, I started learning more, taking more losses, taking more wins. So I started learning. That's when he was like, yeah, as you get older to win championships, you might start opening up your mouth. And like now, it was like you can't have a fear of conflict because like you need confrontation. Like confrontation is a necessity, in a successful team. So that's why you hear me now. Like I'm really not scared to say it. I would tell you the truth. Because at the end of the day, man, if I really love you and you're trying to win, like I'm going to keep it real with you. But yeah, so yeah, as I got older, yeah, I definitely started being more confrontational and like vocal, but I've always been a lead by example guy. Mm-hmm. I just recently got into this, being more vocal stuff.
Yeah, that's huge. That's big time. Cause I mean, shoot, nobody know really how we practice, but we go to war. and
every day is a game.
Yeah. And sometimes things need to be said that's not said, and to hold everybody accountable. And I mean, that's why we doing what we doing now. We on our way to the national championship, and like since we on our way to the national championship, like you led Kennesaw to their first ever tournament run, made it to tournament, and on top of that, like it's a big year for you now because you're probably looking at it in a different perspective, being a top seed,
big time difference.
Instead of like, and like, did you go to your tournament at USF?
Nah, we won the regular season championship.
Okay, so now it's like, what's your expectations then, like, for this year coming in for March Madness? Because I know, like, even for both of y'all, though, like, it's a different look at it now from just making it to actually winning games in it. Yeah, so what's y'all like? What's y'all?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that part because no matter how smart I am and like I haven't won a game in March Madness. Like that's y'all. So I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of like towards that time I was gonna lean on y'all. Like, hey man, like how was it? Like because only y'all know what it takes to win. I know what it takes to win games, but March Madness that's a whole different beast. Like
anybody can win.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, so like. Right there, I was probably gonna take it one game at a time, like treat every game like a championship game almost. I feel like that's what you got to do. I really don't know because I've never won, but I was going to be a fly on the wall, asking y'all a whole bunch of questions around when that time was gonna come. Because you get like a week to prepare for it probably after the SEC tournament. Yeah. So that whole week, boy, y'all was gonna get tired of me. I was gonna ask everything.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think everybody in this room know what we gonna say. But if y'all had to go off like y'all expectations for what we can achieve this year, what would that be?
I mean, obviously a national championship, but I feel like from now on, just with our team personally, we take care of the small problems we have right now because we're not perfect. We have plenty of room to grow, like obviously. But one thing I've learned is if you don't take care of the small things now, they're going to turn to like the small problems now. They're going to turn to big problems.
Yeah.
March, April, because it's going to pile up and it's going to be like a snowball effect. So. That's as long as we take care of that, then we'll be all right. We'll be fine. Yeah,
I would say it's interesting. Like our theme of this year is Invictus, and I feel like in some areas, like our team hasn't been as consistent in some specific areas that we need to be consistent at.
Yeah,
and like it's really crazy. Like every day, every opportunity, every game is like an opportunity to really work on those things, and like our coaches have, I think, a good feel of that. I think it's hard as players to realize like what we're working on today will help us like 2 months down the line.
Yeah,
it's weird to think about it like that. Yeah.
The young guys, like, if you've won at a high level, if you've won championships, like, not just winning games, like championships, like, if you've won championships, you understand how important, like, the small stuff is.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. It literally just, no matter, like, a team can literally be more talented than you. And if you like, especially come from mid majors, like we know, like we played plenty more talented teams than us, but like we was more detailed, more disciplined, and that won us the game. So now we're gonna be more talented than everybody we play.
Nah, definitely.
If you add some detail and discipline in that,
man, bro,
it gets scary.
Like we were talking about, like bro, even when we win, sometimes it don't feel like we win.
Nah.
No. I was thinking about this the other day, like last night. I'm like, bro, because I was watching the game. I never knew our record. I don't even pay attention to our record.
I didn't actually know that either, bro. When he said that,
I just know the 3 losses we
had. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I didn't know how many games.
Know.
Facts.
8-1 at conference.
Nah, you don't remember.
And then I'm like, dang, like we 18-3. It feel like we fighting for 500.
Facts, bro.
Like we literally like. They don't talk about us.
Yeah.
I'm like, because like the way like the perception is like we still feel like the underdog.
Hell yeah, bro. Like how we approach practice too.
The way we approach everything, we feel like we in the back seat of like the SEC. I'm like, man, I guess that's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
But like, wow, I'm like, wow, like that's a good problem to have. Like we're 18-3, number 3. I didn't even realize number 3 in the nation. I don't pay attention, but like I knew it was top 10. I knew it was like top 10. We had to be top 10, top 5. But I was like, I didn't realize it was number 3.